there'll be some active listening. I like how Lily sat up straight like that. Show me your listening. Yes, Tyler's doing it too. Just make sure your feet are in front of yours. Alright. So we're going to be talking a little bit about character traits. I know we've kind of touched on those before a little bit. But first, before we dig into that, I do kind of want to go over differences between character traits and physical traits, which you might have an idea about, but we're just going to see. So first, I do need help, because Mrs. Maroun's not very good at knowing who these type of characters are. Oh, keep it together. Alright, so I think Tanner knows. Tanner has his hand up. Can you just tell me who this is?
It's a default Fortnite skin.
A default what?
Fortnite skin.
Okay, default Fortnite skin. Does he have a name or anything like that?
No.
There's no name. Okay, just no bound. We know what he looks like.
No, they just call them skins.
There's corn skins. Okay. So looking at him, when someone raised their hand, tell me maybe a physical trait. Think about a physical trait. Give it a little wait time. And here's a physical trait. Lillian, do you have an idea? Brave? Oh, great. So Lillian says brave, which that was a really good thing to put out there, brave. However, I'm asking for physical traits. So physical traits are usually something that you can see the eye, and then you can see. What you described was a character trait, which is good because that's what we're going to be talking about. So a character trait is usually based on behaviors or actions of a person. So that's how they get their character trait. But physical traits are what we can see, which some of you might know. So Ariana, can you give me a physical trait?
Strong.
Strong. All right. And how do you know he's strong? Do you have any evidence of what you're seeing? Can you see that he's strong?
Yeah.
You can see he's strong. So that could be a physical trait. That could also be a character trait, which is good. That one's kind of both ways. Tyler, no. Tyler's been shaking his hand.
Do you usually buy at Fortnite?
Hi, that's no. Okay. Okay. All right. Elaine, do you have an idea of a physical trait? We're looking for physical.
Blonde hair.
Blonde hair. That's a good one. We can see that, right? We can see his hair is blonde. Something in the eye.
Unless you're colorblind, then you can't see his hair.
Right, but we're not thinking about that right now, right? Catherine.
He's got a scarf thing.
He has a scarf thing on. That's another thing we can observe. Yeah, I don't really know either, but something around his neck, so we can observe that, right? Tanner?
He has like a vest.
Oh, he has a vest on? All right. So we can see that physical traits are things that we can see with the eye. Now I need a few character traits. We did mention a few before. Just think about, you might not have played the game before, you might not have known exactly about this character, but just think what he looks like. Maybe you can think of a character trait. If not, you don't know about him too well, just give me a character trait. All right? Give you think time for that. Think about it. All right. Have some hands. For a character trait, a little bit different. We have some different hands. We've had some of the same hands. Think about it. Cody.
Brave.
Brave. Yeah, we already heard that one. So he's brave. What do you think he does that makes him brave? Doesn't have. It could be anything you think. What makes a person brave?
He's smirking.
He's smirking. Do you think that makes him brave? Maybe that could be something. Elena?
Yeah, add on to Cody.
Okay, go ahead. Chain it.
He's brave because he is fighting either to save the world or to win.
Right, he's fighting.
To win.
He's fighting. All right, keep to yourself. Right, he's fighting, so that makes him a brave person. Good. Ariana?
He's determined.
He's determined. That's a good one. And what do you think would make him determined? Trying to save the world, and he keeps trying, right? That makes him a determined person. Tristan, I kind of saw a little bit of hand. You have an idea? No? You want to wait? Okay. That's fine. All right.
He doesn't want to leave. It's another
He doesn't want to leave. He wants to stay with us.
Wait, yeah. If it's another Fortnite character, I'm going to laugh.
Oh.
I want to know who it is.
Oh, it's my computer.
It's her computer. That's all right.
It's all right. It just takes a second. It'll do it.
The next one isn't another person. We're going to come back to this, but it's not another person.
Dang it.
Of course.
Uh-oh. Nope.
keep going with it.
That's right.
Alright, here we go. Raise your hand if we've seen this before. We've seen this before, right? Mrs. Murphy has shown this. So these are context clues. So there's definition, synonym, antonym, example, and inference. So these are all ways in which we can look at a sentence or text and examine the outside words around one word that we need to find the meaning of. So here we have the underlined affable. So we're trying to find the meaning of affable by reading the definition. Does anyone know what synonym is? You want to tell me? Hayden?
The same meaning, but it's different ways.
Hey, awesome, Hayden. Yeah, so they mean the same thing. So affable, we have them underlined. Affable and kind mean the same thing. So that's giving you a hint. If you read the whole sentence, to say, do you remember how kind she was? So the word must have to do with kind, right? And then we have antonym. So that if a synonym was the same meaning, Maya, what do you think an antonym is? The opposite meaning, right. So cranky and unapproachable must be the opposite of affable. Affable, that's how you say it. Alright, and we can also just read examples. That's how we'll know how to find words well. And inferences, which we're going to be making a lot of inferences as we start to renumber the stars. Which is kind of why we're doing this, and we're going to get into that. So just analyze this a little bit more, just give it a few minutes, because we are going to need to use these type of context clues when we do an activity. Just look at it, take a minute. Want to see all eyes up there? Alright. Now we're going to start going over some character traits. These character traits are going to be ones you're going to come across in Number the Stars, which is a book kind of like, we talked about Whispering Towns. So it's about Nazi-occupied Denmark. That's what we're going to be reading about. The first character trait we have is keen. Keen. Have we ever heard this word before?
Yes.
Yes. You might even have heard the saying someone to be keen-eyed. I have a keen eye for detail. So that may mean I notice some small things before other people might. Or you might have a keen interest for something. A lot of you have a keen interest for Fortnite. That means you're quick to understand it. So the definition means clever, sharp, or quick to understand something. Keen. Say I'll say keen. Keen. Clever, sharp, or quick to understand. So this word might look like knave. Doesn't it look like it's pronounced knave? No. Kind of, but we have this weird thing on top of the I, right? 2 dots. So what that does is it just means that the pronunciation of this word is going to be a little bit abnormal. It's going to be different. We're going to separate the sounds of A and I. And this is going to be pronounced naive. We say naive?
Naive.
Naive. Naive. Alright. I think we get how it's pronounced. So the definition of naive is immature or showing lack of experience. So kind of to explain this, a good example would be a young child that they're used to teddy bears and stuffed animal bears or reading books about fuzzy little bears, but then they go out into the wilderness and they see a real bear. And they just expect it to be, oh, it's such a cuddly little bear, but are bears really like that? No, bears are not really like that. So that's a naive, that he's showing these feelings, but he doesn't have experience with that. So he might think something completely different. He might believe what he sees in the stories, that all bears are fuzzy and they're all cuddly and nice. That might not be true, though, because of their lack of experience. Immature from lack of experience. Cantankerous. That sounds kind of like an angry word, doesn't it? Cantankerous. Say it with me. Cantankerous. And actually, it does sound like an angry word. And the definition is bad-tempered or irritable. So to be bad-tempered or irritable, that's someone that gets off outside of bed on the wrong side every day. Means you might be having a bad mood about everything. That's someone you might not want to approach because they tend to be bad-tempered or irritable. Little things kind of tick them off a little bit. Does anyone know someone that's cantankerous? Raise your hand. Don't name names too much, especially someone in the room. We don't want to do that. Nika. You know someone that might be cantankerous?
Sometimes my dad can get a little mad. Sometimes
Okay.
when something doesn't go his way.
Yeah, sometimes if things don't go your way, it could become cantankerous over time. That's true. Cody?
Me.
You're cantankerous? I don't think. What? How can Cody's cantankerous? You can be cantankerous
crazy
sometimes, right?
Cody.
Crazy Cody?
Yep.
So how can you be cantankerous sometimes? What do you do?
Like when my brother won't stop playing his video games, I drag him off.
Oh, Cody becomes cantankerous, Cody, when that happens. Elena? You? You as well? What happens with you? What makes you cantankerous?
When I have to repeat myself, I start getting really mad.
Oh, okay. That makes sense when you have to repeat yourself. Okay. So cantankerous, bad-tempered or irritable. Before we go back to this, can someone tell me what it means when you're easy to understand things, you're clever, you're sharp? Remember what word that was?
Keen.
Keen. Right. So that was our beginning word. I just want to do a quick review once in a while to see if we remember the words I talked about. That's good. We're paying attention. Tyler, can you move forward, please? Put your legs in front. Thank you. Next word. Imaginative. I think we know this word.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have some hands. Tristan? Do you have an idea of what imaginative means?
You like to imagine.
You like to imagine things. So he sees that if we kind of cut this off, what word is there? Imagine. That's the E, of course, but imagine. So, or you're using your imagination with this word. That's good. Do you have any other ideas? Want to add anything else? Ariana?
You like to picture things inside your head that you wish could happen.
Right. Yeah, that's very true. And that goes along with the definition, which is creative and inventive. So these people are usually thinking of new things to make or draw. I know a lot of us are very imaginative with the drawings we made during study hall. Very nice. Valiant. So, valiant means heroic or brave. If you have someone in our community or someone in our lives that are valiant, Tyler, do you have an idea? No? You just raise your hand a little bit? Lily. Soldiers? Right, soldiers. And why are they considered valiant? They fight for our country. Awesome. Cody, you have a thought?
Tristan.
Oh, Tristan, that's very nice. Very nice of you. Why do you think Tristan's valiant?
Because we play games on his trampoline or my trampoline, and they can be a little scary sometimes.
Alright, so it makes them brave for playing those games. Alright, we're going to move on to the next one because we're just looking at time. So valiant, heroic, or brave. Can someone tell me what cantankerous means? Mika.
It means you get angry very easily.
Right, so you're bad-tempered or irritable, that's right. Petrified. Oh, I bet we know this one. Connor.
Petrified means when you're scared.
Alright, you should have raised your hand, you knew. Petrified. Yeah, it means you're scared, and it actually means that you're a little more than scared. You're so frightened that one is unable to move. You're terrified. Let me tell you, when Miss Maroun sees a spider, that's me. That's what I'll look for. I don't like spiders.
Well, how about for help you?
Yeah, I'll be really scared. I'll be more than scared. I'll be petrified. That happens. Right. Cryptic. This one's a little hard. I'm going to give us the definition so we can talk about it. These are comments or messages hard to understand because they seem to have a hidden meaning. This one's a little bit hard, so I'm going to give you an example. So say you're at home, it's kind of later at night, and your mom is talking to your dad, and she looks at him and goes, you know what, I gotta go get some groceries. Because she went grocery shopping earlier in the day already. So, I gotta go grocery shopping. I'll be back. And then she leaves. Isn't it kind of strange? Almost like there's a hidden meaning behind what she was saying.
She's cheated on them.
Oh boy. Well, besides that point, I wasn't thinking that. Besides the point, Elena. Besides the point. What we get from that is there's a hidden meaning. Alright, bring it together. Bring it together. Yeah, so we're just saying that there's a hidden meaning. So there's something behind what she was saying. Alright, correct it. Strict. Oh, I bet we know some people that are strict. Don't name any names in here. Tristan? You know someone that's
want
strict?
you to follow the rules.
They want you to follow the rules. That's a good definition. It goes along with their harsh or stern. Most of the time, teachers are strict because they want you to follow the rules. And it's simply that. That's why we might be a little stern sometimes. That's right. Intimidate. So I'm going to ask you to think about that book we just read with Mrs. Murphy called Whispering Towns. Remember that book we just read, Whispering Towns? So what a character or maybe a few characters were considered intimidating? Think about it for a minute. Talk to your partner. Talk to your partner. Are you talking back here? What do you think? Right. All right. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So I heard some good answers, and I'm going to ask the back row what they think. So what characters did you think were intimidating?
The Nazis.
The Nazis. What did they do to be intimidating? Maya?
They kept going to people's houses to try and find out like Jewish.
They kept going to people's houses, and what did they have in their hands? Right, that's intimidating. Frighten someone in order to get them to what they want. So they're frightening them to get them to do what they want them to do, right? That's what the Nazis were doing?
Oh.
All right. Last word.
Oh, no.
Optimistic.
Oh.
So these people see a glass half full instead of a glass half empty. So they see the positive in life. I see some positive people. There's some optimistic people. Raise your hand if you think you're optimistic. I think there's way more optimistic people in here. Well, optimism means hopeful and confident of the future. You're always looking for the positive. Ariana, do you have a thought?
My grandma was optimistic.
Your grandma is? Why is your grandma optimistic?
Because she said, like, rather than the kid I don't want to go to college, but she thinks that it'll just allow me to get a good career.
Nice, very nice. Very optimistic. Can someone tell me what imaginative means? Elena.
It means that you're creative but optimistic.
Nice. Great review, great review. So now I'm going to give you guys some tools. Grab them back here. Just grab them. All right. Sure. You don't mind. Nope. All right. So you're going to get these definitions I just went over on a sheet. And as we do this next activity, this is going to be your tool. So I expect you to use it, all right? It's not just going to sit on your desk. You're going to actually use it for this activity. It won't be cheating or anything. I want you to use this tool. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put some sentences up on the board. They're going to have a blank. So I want you to fill in the blank with one of these character traits when I read the sentence. Cody, what are we doing?
You are going to put a sentence up on the board, and there's going to be a blank, and we're going to have to figure out which word goes in the blank.
That's right. And Hayden, can we use any character trait? Are we supposed to use these ones? We're supposed to use these ones, right? This is our tool. This is what we're going to be using. And Catherine, can we talk to a partner when we do this? Right. So when I give a sentence, I'm going to allow you to talk to your partner for a minute just to figure out what word you think you need to use. Make sure to use your tool belt. All right? I'm going to read it first, and then you're going to talk to your partner. Jessica reads lots of different articles on the internet and believes everything they say. Last week, she told her friends that pigs can fly because she had read so. Jessica shows that she is... Talk to your partner. agree with that? Naive. So that makes sense, right? She doesn't have a lot of experience, so she tends to believe everything she says, and she even believes that pigs can fly, just because she read it. Right? That's kind of silly. Awesome, good job. Allie's new boss, Mr. Frank, is blank. He doesn't do anything like her old easygoing boss. Turn and talk. Nope, put your hands down. We're still turning and talking. Make sure you know what do you think. What do you think about Alright, class. So I talked to Lily back there. Lily had a pretty good idea and a good explanation. Lily, what do you think the word is? Strict. Allie's new boss, Mr. Frank, is strict. He doesn't do anything like her old easygoing boss. Do we agree with that?
Yeah.
Do we believe it's strict? Alright, Lily, and why did you say you thought it was strict?
Because it said her old boss was old and
Right. So, you know, if we had easygoing here, but then we had strict here, what context clue is that? What context clue are we using? Maya? Antonym. Awesome. So we're using antonym because they're opposites. That's great. I'm glad we picked up on that. We really looked at our context clues. Nathan is very blank. You can often find him with his head in his notebook writing stories about life on other planets and drawing pictures of characters he invented himself. Turn and talk. Turn and talk. Hands down, turn and talk. Right. So he's making that up. Right. I like how we're using our tools. What do we think over here? Use your stuff. That's right. Rainbow. Alright. So I talked to Mika and Tristan. Either of you want to share what you said? Alright. Tristan.
I think he's imaginative because he might not be looking.
Right, so he kind of made that up in his imagination, maybe? So Nathan is very imaginative, so you can find with his head and his notebook writing stories about life on other planets. That's awesome, and we used our tools for that. I saw Tristan and Nathan looking at their tools, looking at their definition, it went right along with that. Awesome. You might want to think twice before bringing a plate of cookies to Mr. George next door. He is a blank neighbor. Turn and talk. Talking over here. I love it. Tanner, what do you think the word in the blank is supposed to be? Cantankerous. Cantankerous. Say it with me. Cantankerous. And why do you think that? You what? Sorry, can you echo, please?
If you drink cookies so much bad temper.
Right, you might have a bad temper. That's why you want to think twice about it. You might not want to go over there. You might have a bad temper about it, right? Awesome. We used our tools for that one too. Do we agree with this?
Yeah.
Can I have a thumbs up? You agree with this? Awesome. Elena, can you put that down, please? Thank you. All right, this one I think we'll like. The sergeants and rescue troopers all demonstrate that they are blank individuals as they parachute down to different locations and defend themselves in many ways. Do we know what I'm talking about? Are you talking about the Fortnite? I was referring to Fortnite. I might not be that good at that. I'm a little naive when it comes to Fortnite. I don't know if this is correct. But, alright, so turn and talk. I was referring to Fortnite, but Miss Maroun might have made you fail there. Bro, you talking? corrected me. These people do have names, and I should have gave them names. I just did Sergeant from Rescue Troopers. But that's alright. That's alright. So Tyler, what do you think the answer is? Remember you got it. Valiant, right. And what does valiant mean?
It means heroic or brave.
Right, I like how you looked down and read that definition. Heroic or brave. So the sergeants and the rescue troopers are brave because they perished on different locations. And they put themselves in danger in many ways. Not that I would know, I'm not a Fortnite expert. Although the other team was bigger and faster, Sam remained blank, and he still believed they could win the game. Turn and toss, turn and toss. That is great. That's all right. So Hayden just gave me a good explanation. Hayden, can you explain to me what word you chose and why? You can look at your tool again to help you. Optimistic. Catherine, can you please put that away? I need all eyes up here, please. So Hayden said optimistic. Do we agree with that? Give me a thumbs up if you agree with that. And Hayden, why did you say that? Why did you think it was optimistic?
He still believes in the win and he's hopeful.
Right. He still believed he could win the game, even though the other team was bigger and faster. That didn't bother him. He was optimistic. Because Jim often attempts to bully younger children, he is considered blank. Turn to talk. I need more talking. I don't hear too much talking. Classy class.
Yes.
So, Connor's group had a good idea for this one. Connor, what do you think?
I think it's intimidating.
You think? I love how he says, I think it is. He gave me a full sentence. I think it's intimidated. And why do you think that?
Because Jim is a bully and he frightens younger children.
That's a great explanation. I love it. He says that Jim is a bully, so he tends to frighten other children or intimidate them. Awesome. Kelly kept leaving blank notes in my locker that always took a while to decode. Do you know what decode means?
Yes.
Ariana, do you know what decode means? That's right. All right. Oh, talk for a minute. I want to make sure everyone is on the same page.
I think it means figure out what she's saying.
That's pronounced cryptic. It does look like cryptic, remember, but it's pronounced cryptic. Alright. And why do you think? Good.
Yes. Yes.
Alright, Mika, what is the answer to our tonight?
Cryptic, because she couldn't figure out what the message is or sending.
Right, cryptic. Because she couldn't decode it. So if there was a hidden meaning in there, she couldn't decode it. The man got hired to be a private investigator because he was so blank in his observations. Let's think for ourselves. I think we know this one, so let's just think. If you do know the answer this time, you can raise your hand.
Got it.
Cody. Keen. Why do you say it's Keen? Oh, who's that? Okay, listen, Cody.
Keen means clever, sharp, quick to understand.
Right, he uses his tools. He said that. So he's a private investigator because he understands his observations. He's very quick and sharp about them. Thank you, Cody. Thank you for using your tools as well. All right, this is a little long. The twin sisters may have looked alike, but they were a lot different. One would stand tall and fearless in the face of a challenge, while the other one was usually blank for what was to come. Let me see what I can so I'll give you some think time. Take some think time. You talk to your partner. Catherine. Okay, center right. Talking. You put your pencils down, please. Just talk. All right. Lily, I think Lily knows. Lily, what would you say is the blank?
Petrified.
Petrified, as Miss Maroun was when she sees a spider. And why do you think that? Did you use any context clues to figure that out?
It was different from fearless.
Right, and you saw the word different, so we're saying that we're comparing them. They're different. If the other one's fearless, the other one's probably petrified, has a lot of fear. Awesome, thank you, Lily. She used her tools, she used her context clues. That's what I'm asking for. All right. That was a great job, everyone, with our sentences. So now we're going to play a little game. We have time. All right. So this is Would You Rather, which we have played with Miss Murphy before. Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Could someone just raise their hand and tell me how you play Would You Rather? Ariana.
How to play Would You Rather is you'll say, would you rather do this or this, and then you have to pick which one.
Right. Ariana says you'll pick between two things and you'll say which one you'd rather do. I'm going to put a little twist on this. So when you do talk to your partner, or there might be a group of three somewhere, I want you, when you respond and when you share after, I want you to tell me what your partner said. I want you to give me your partner's response. So an example, if Catherine and Ariana are talking, and they're doing Would You Rather, and I give them two options. They talked about it, and when I asked them to answer me, Catherine would say, well, Ariana would pick this, and she told me she would pick this because of this. All right, does that make sense? You're going to tell me what the other person said. Just shows that we're talking, we're understanding each other, communicating, and getting to know each other a little better. Okay? Are we ready? Tanner, what are we doing?
We're going to play Would You Rather, and we're going to tell you if you're calling us what our partners think.
Well, our partners think. All right. Are we ready? Put our game faces on.
Wait, do we both tell each other what we said?
Do we both tell each other?
Do we both tell you what the other person said? Like I tell
Oh,
what
we're listening.
Ariana said.
Catherine has a question, so we're listening.
Do I tell what Ariana said and then she tells what I say?
You can, if you would both like to share, we can do that. One person can share if you'd like. I'd like to hear what you both thought, though. So yes, Catherine would share what Ariana says if I pick on your group, and Ariana says what Catherine said, okay? All right, thumbs up if we understand. Good. Here we go. First one. Would you rather be imaginative or valiant? Use your tools if you don't remember what these mean. Alright, I know it's kind of hard. This is a little hard. What are we talking over here? You want to imagine so you'd rather be? That's good. Alright. Plus.
Yes.
Plus.
Yes.
Alright. What are you doing? Natalie?
I would pick valiant because if somebody's being mean to another person, I would yell at them so they don't be mean to any more people.
Awesome, Natalie. I like how she told me right away. She says, because of this. She gave me a reason, and that's what I'm looking for. It shows me that she knows the definition of it as well. Good job, Natalie. Awesome. What about Lily and Eden? Who would like to share? Lily, share with me what Eden said. Valiant. Do you know why? Did he tell you why? He didn't tell you a reason? I'm looking for a reason. Hayden, you tell me your reason. You don't know why you'd rather be valiant? What does valiant mean? What was that? Heroic and brave, right. So he'd rather be heroic and brave. What about Lily? What did Lily say? Did she tell you why? Alright. So, next time let's make sure we're getting the reason. I heard there was reasons over here. Might not have gone back there. Make sure you're telling the person why. Don't just say the word you'd rather be. Say why, okay? Alright, we'll move on to the next one. Would you rather be strict or intimidating? You guys have the same reason. 3, 2, 1. 1 and done. I like it. Alright, so I heard. Oh! I don't have time. Alright, let's just hear Ariana and Catherine what they had to say.
She said that she would be strict because she could tell people what to do and what not to do.
Did you have an echo on that? I don't know if everyone heard.
I heard.
You heard? Alright, Elena heard? Okay, I didn't hear that well. Can you repeat it just one more time?
Ariana said that she would rather be strict so that she could tell people what to do and what not to do.
Very nice, that makes sense. Alright, and Ariana, what about Catherine?
Catherine said
Oh, we're not packing up yet.
Catherine said she'd rather be strict too, so that way she could be so brave and tell people that they're being mean to other people.
Awesome. Great job, you guys. I had so much fun with you. You feel free to pack up. Put these in your binders. I did put holes on the sides for you. I don't need any applause. Probably not going to get any applause.
You tried to get him involved, and he said no, and you were fine with that, but then you never really came back, and you went when he and his partner were talking a couple times, but you focused on her and not him.
Yep.
So, maybe start with that, and that's where it's just you and him and his partner talking, and get him comfortable, and then maybe you can, but that was really the only, it was really good.
And I didn't ask your question until the end.
Because it's always tough for us to figure out when we learn a guy who's going out. You don't necessarily that's
too.
You could do run through that. Like you should go. Very good call. You're on it.
Pardon the interruption. We'll be having our scheduled fire drill momentarily. Thank you.
But don't pay attention to that. Whoa, 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 we gotta be quiet when we do fire drills.
right, my 5A.
How did you know if that's real?
Yeah, no, thank you. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right, nice. Way to bring it back together again. I know we were out there for a little bit. Now we're bringing it right back together again. Oops. All right. Come on. Ah, you know this. So, someone tell me, raise your hand, what are some physical traits about this character? Even if you don't know him, because I don't know him. Ms. Maroun doesn't know him. But, what are some physical traits? Let me see some hands. I like it. Anna's like, I don't know this guy, but I'll give you some physical traits. Go ahead, Anna. Blonde hair. So she's looking on the outside. Physical traits are on the outside. Good call, pal. Yeah. What about Michaela?
Strong.
He looks strong. Now that could be an inner strength or outer strength. And to me, with those muscles, I think he's pretty strong. Yeah, what else?
Yes, he has, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, Olivia, you're still looking at him. Like, oh, keep going. What else does he have?
He's white.
He is white. That's correct. That's a physical trait. Absolutely. He's Caucasian is another way of saying it. Yeah. Kayla?
It looks like he has either brown or blue eyes.
I think it is brown or blue eyes. I can't tell, but that would definitely be a physical trait. Can you tell me any of his character traits? David?
He's Fortnite character. He's bad at building. He's bad at shooting.
Okay, so wait. So character trait is one word. So what? So can you give me some?
Oh, I know. Something not talented.
So he's untalented. So unskilled.
Yes.
Unskilled.
Well, it depends on who's using it.
Okay, so now listen. They obviously know his actual actions, or lack thereof, for you to know what he's like. Me, if I looked at him, I would say, I don't know, maybe he's... If you don't know, actually, I'd rather have people that don't know. Who doesn't know him? What do you think he might do? That's what I was going to say, too. I think he looks to me like he's brave. It's okay if you guys know differently, because you know his actual actions. And I think it's important that we know people's actual actions before we actually give them a character trait. So that's super smart. Like, I would say that too, but you guys know for sure he's not as brave as he looks. Okay. You guys remember this, the character, or the context clues we went over the other day? You know, if he's quite affable, sometimes there's a synonym, like he was kind. We're going to be talking about this later on. Okay? First of all, and what we're going to do is we're going to be working on Number the Stars, and there are certain character traits these characters are going to have. We're going to make we're giving you some of these character traits right now, and one of them is keen. What is keen? What does that mean? It is. It means clever, sharp, quick to understand things. Everybody say keen. Keen. And what is something that, do you know anybody that's keen? Smart, quick, clever. Yes. You're very keen? Okay, who? Anna's very keen. She's very quick. She's very smart. She's clever. She comes up with things. Yes? Josh. Ooh, Josh is very clever. He's keen. I like it. Nice. Tell your neighbor right now what keen means. Awesome. Look at this word. Can anybody say it? Raise your hand if you want to try to say this word for me.
Nave. Nave.
Everybody say it. Looks like naive, doesn't it? It is naive. Wow. It's these. Well, together. It's these dots right there. It's actually a French word, so it means, it's pronounced naive. What does naive mean?
I know what it means. I know what it means.
It's the opposite of keen.
Let's see. If somebody's immature or showing a lack of experience. For example, some people think that teaching is really easy. They're like, oh my gosh, I could be a teacher any day. Well, they're being very naive. They don't know. They have lack of experience. They don't realize if they experienced it that it's actually really, really hard. So they're very naive. They haven't had experience with it. Someone else who's naive is maybe Declan, my son, who has only read about cozy teddy bears and has read all these books about them, or has cozy teddy bears at home. Does he know what an actual bear is like? No, he's very naive. He's like, oh, look, there's a bear out there. Yeah, I said, whoa, he is very naive. He doesn't realize that bears can be dangerous, right? So he doesn't have any experience with an actual bear, so he's very naive. What did keen mean?
Clever.
Clever. Smart. What does naive mean? Showing lack of experience. Everybody say, cantankerous. Everybody go like this. Cantankerous.
It says can't.
Cantankerous. If somebody's cantankerous, they have a bad temper or they're irritable. Can you think of someone who's cantankerous? Not all the time, but maybe sometimes. Jace.
My sister.
When is she cantankerous? Give me an example. Remember, we got to have an action to support it.
When she accidentally kicked the ball at the coach and the coach yelled at her and then she went up in her room and cried and started screaming at people.
That sounds pretty bad-tempered. Well, cantankerous. Give me another one, Josh.
Oh,
yes. Your brother?
His little brother.
Little brother. When? Give me an example.
It's like if we're doing a soccer game and I'm beating him, he'll get, and then if I get him mad, then he'll have a bad temper.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Alyssa.
My little brother, he gets mad when he doesn't get what he wants.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on. What does keen mean? Tell your neighbor. Good. What does naive mean? Yeah, immature or lack of experience. Good. Cantankerous. All right, next one. Imaginative. Talk to your neighbor. I bet you know what this one kind of means already. Three, two, one. Now I'm looking for the definition, not an example. So does anyone think they have like a definition of it, of what it might be? I think a lot of people are like, oh, I know these people are imaginative. I'm not imaginative. What's a definition?
Like your imagination.
You use your imagination.
You have like an imaginary imagination.
That could be pretty imaginative.
They're coming up with things.
You're good at coming up with things. You're creative. You're inventive, which is coming up with things.
Yeah.
You're very imaginative.
I am very creative.
You know who somebody's imaginative?
I do too.
It's a fake ghost? Whoa, cool. Very imaginative. Oh, David, show me how to just raise your hand without. Yep, there you go.
My brother, he has an imaginary girlfriend.
What's her name?
I don't know.
You should ask him.
Wasn't it like
All right, moving on.
Amanda or Valiant.
Valiant. Does anyone know what valiant means? Everyone do this.
I know what it means.
Valiant.
Valiant.
Show me. Valiant. What? And did you know that already?
Okay, so
Is it because I did that? You're very valiant.
It wasn't right.
Yes. 3, 2, 1. So we're getting out of control. I'm allowing it, and now I need to pull it back together. Good. They're heroic. They're brave. Now, heroes don't just have to be superheroes, right? To be brave. People could just be standing up for somebody else to be heroic or brave or valiant. Does anyone know if somebody's valiant? Yes?
My best friend Ken.
Why? How do you?
Because whenever like say somebody was being like mean to me or Tegan or someone, he'll always walk up to them and say, "Stop being mean to them," or something.
Okay. That is huge. That's totally valiant. Give me another one. Tina, do you have one? You have anyone that's valiant that you know of?
No.
No? Okay. Dominic, do you know of anybody that's valiant?
My dad.
Why?
Because, you know diverticulitis? He has it.
That's really tough to have. You must be pretty valiant, pretty brave to go through all that. It's painful. Yeah. Wow, Dominic. That is a beautiful definition of someone who's valiant. Good call. Hands down. Petrified. Everybody like this. Freak out. Because look at, they're so frightened that one's almost unable to move.
There's a bear in my house.
What? Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, wow. She's frozen. Okay. Wow. Tell me some things you might be petrified of.
Spiders.
No, raise your hand, please. Jace?
What? Bears.
What?
Bears.
Bears. If you saw a bear, you just like freeze. You're so terrified. Okay? Yeah, what else?
Spiders. Yeah. You were petrified of
So scared of spiders. I'm like,
My dad used to have a scorpion and spiders.
oh my gosh. Josh, what's something that you're petrified of? Ghosts?
I've seen my grandpa.
Alyssa?
Almost anything with wings.
Anything with wings.
She's scared of birds. Yeah, kind of.
I have a friend that's terrified of birds. She comes near a bird and she like starts freaking out.
So does
David?
Spiders.
Me too.
Because if there's a dock spider on my dock,
Oh,
scream.
don't say it.
Don't say it. I had one in
Oh, I feel like
college.
it's on me. Is it on me? Ugh.
All
right. What does cantankerous mean? Raise your hand. Cantankerous. What does that mean? Yeah?
You're mad. Like in a bad.
In a bad mood, bad tempered, irritable. Good. What does keen mean? Jameson?
When you're intelligent.
Yeah, you're smart, you're quick thinking. What about imaginative, Morris? What does that mean?
You like David said his brother's imaginary girl.
Right. So I'll always remember that. All right. Cryptid. We're going to go over this one.
I know
Hands
what
it.
cryptic
Oh,
means.
no? I do not need a play-by-play. Okay? Cryptic. Comments or messages. Hard to understand because they seem to have a hidden meaning.
Oh.
So say like all of a sudden your mom is cooking your dad's outside and she goes, I need to ask your dad about our tomatoes in the garden. And it's like, wait a second. We don't even have tomatoes. That was a message.
Yeah.
That was a hidden, like what is really going on there? There's something going on. She's being very cryptic.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. Do you know of any other time that somebody has been cryptic or it was a cryptic message of some sort? Tegan?
When my sister takes my slide, she always has animation.
Well, does she have a message or comments that make it cryptic?
I'm gonna go to the gym and she
Oh, so it's like you're listening to her and you're like, wait a second, she's doing something different. There was a hidden message there.
I do that.
She's got my slime. Yes.
When my parents or anybody else is wrapping on a birthday present or something.
Oh, I need to go into the other room and cut up some tomatoes, something boring or something. Like we do that with my son too. I gotta go to something boring. Oh, I gotta go do the taxes in the other room. But really, I'm wrapping presents, right? Yeah, good call. Those are cryptic. Everybody say cryptic.
Cryptic.
Cryptic messages. Tanner, I'm coming over to you. Do you know anybody strict, Tanner?
My dad.
Strict. Your dad's pretty strict?
Yup.
Yeah, I can see that. He came in last night. His dad came in last night. He goes, "Hey, Tanner, your name's over here. What's going on?" And so he is. Now wait a second. He is harsh or stern. Harsh means almost like mean, but stern just means like I can be pretty strict. I just said a second ago, everyone pull it together. I had a very serious voice. My face is very serious. I can be pretty strict. I make us go outside and do retraining, but I also have fun too. Although I find myself to be a strict teacher, at the same time I think I'm also a fun teacher. I mean, I like to think so. Maybe you don't think so. It's okay. So strict isn't necessarily bad. Stern and follows the rules is more like strict, but sometimes it can be very bad, like very mean. Like a very strict teacher, that can't be good. I wouldn't want to be strict like that all the time.
All of my teachers.
Anybody know that they're, anybody else? Add one? Dominic, do you know anybody that was strict? No? Yeah?
My brother.
Your brother's strict. He has to do things a certain way, he's harsh and stern. Oh, okay. Yeah.
My sister.
strict with you? Like if she ever
Even if I just go in her room after school and just sit, like go in her bedroom and say hi, she'll be like, get out, and she'll like slam me.
Don't be in my room and don't touch my things. Okay. Not every time I come home. Intimidate. Intimidate means to frighten someone in order to get them to do what they want. We're going to do your homework, Jace. Got it?
No.
Being very intimidating. I'm not touching him,
We should do that in the morning.
but I'm being very serious, right? I'm frightening him to get him to do what I want. Does anyone know somebody that's intimidating?
My older brother wants me to get something.
When he wants you to get something for him? Like, you better go get it for me. He's intimidating. Yeah.
My brother, because at times he'll be like, go get me a drink, and I say no, and he says, get me an arc on the curtain, and then I ran into my grandma's room, and he technically lost me.
Okay. I mean, that's story time. It's not time for a story. But remember we read Whispering Town,
Yeah.
right?
That was
What was something or somebody that was intimidating?
That man that kept taking Jewish people out of the town.
What were they?
The Nazis.
The Nazis, right? They were, I mean, don't they look intimidating? A soldier in general, even if it's a USA soldier, they look very intimidating. Now, there's an okay time for intimidation. You want to look like an intimidating team. You want to look strong, you want to look fast, you want to look serious. That's intimidating. So not always is intimidating to intimidate to bad thing. Optimistic. Everybody say optimistic.
Optimistic.
Whisper it. Remember when I do this? Bring back together. Let's do it again. Sing it. Oh my gosh, you guys are good. No wonder Miss Caldwell's having so much fun with you guys in chorus. So what does it mean to be optimistic? Be optimistic. Don't be a grumpy when the road gets bumpy. Smile, smile, smile and be happy. My mom always sings that. Yeah? What does it mean?
It means like what you just said.
What-
Be
what?
happy, be grateful.
Okay.
Not grateful. Be thankful.
Okay.
Be, don't pout.
Okay. Nice. Anna?
You see the good side for me?
That's a good call. Hopeful and confident of the future. So say all of a sudden you have a really big game tonight and all of a sudden it starts raining. Now you could be pessimistic, the opposite, and you could be pessimistic and be like, that's it, we're going to lose the game. Now look at it, it's awesome, great, awesome. It's raining out, we're going to lose this game. Or you could be optimistic and go, you know what? That just means we're going to have to work harder in order to win, and I bet you we will. That's optimistic. It's being positive, right? It's being hopeful, confident of the future, like, we're going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. All right. Now, you have notes for this. Here they are. These are all the words we just went over. We're going to play a little game to see whether or not you can use your context clues.
You don't like Blur?
Shh. Oh, whoa. That was not an invitation to let the room get out of control. Okay? Hello. Take a look at these right now. Also notice there's 3 poles in it. We're not going to put it in our 3-ring binder just yet. But she was so impressed. So I hope that I think she'll probably have to tell you something just to think of it. I didn't know. Totally. Yeah. In a good way. With you especially because that's all you got. I have like so many good notes. Full notes like do this, and next thing you know, you did it, so I just checked it off. It was like, nope, she did it. Nope, she did it. She didn't. What did that do?
Broke.
They got through all the words there. They're good readers. So if you want to do this. What time do you have done? I tried to rush a little bit through stuff. 42. 41, yeah. Okay, guys, so.
Probably. I don't know if you're.
Yes, I did not turn it up. Okay. So now you have me on there too.
We reminded you when we were out there.
I know.